Well, welcome back to Let's Talk, and my special guest, international model Ema Busson. Emma, thanks very much for joining us. It's been wonderful talking to you and getting a little insight into the world of modelling. I'm sure you've met lots of famous people during your time. Could you do a bit of name dropping for us?
Yeah, I've met quite a few famous people. I met in Spain. I've met David Casillas and quite a lot of the Real Madrid football team, Real Madrid basketball team. I had Plan B in my living room. We had a bit of an after party in my living room. But the most recent one has to be Bruno Mars.
Oh, wow.
I was at his birthday party.
Gee.
And yeah, it was pretty awesome. I didn't know he was that short. When I got introduced to him, I was kind of like, so where is he? Oh, hi, you're down there. Yeah. He was pretty short. But yeah, it was a pretty crazy night. It was in Milan, and he did a private performance. We were in the Dolce Gabbana Club, Gold, having a bit of a boogie, having a bit of a sing-song, drinking some tequila with him and stuff, which was pretty cool.
It really is another world. You know, in this world at the moment of financial crisis and all of that, are you living in this sort of bubble?
It does feel like that sometimes. That's why I keep myself very grounded. You know, I get a normal job. I don't just have my modelling job. I get a normal job. I like to work in bars and stuff. I think if you don't do that, it's why if you don't have another job, then you are living in a bubble and living with your head in the clouds and thinking you're the queen and everything. So it's always good to have a normal job to remind you that you are like everybody else. You're not anything special. Just because you've got your pictures in a magazine, you know, doesn't make you a special person.
See, to me that amazes me, that you've actually got another job. Could you live off the money that you make from modelling?
Yeah, you can. You can live off the money that you make from modelling, but it's always it's
an
an unstable
can you?
work.
At
this sort of
at this level.
Well, yeah, I think you can live off of it.
So why on earth? I know you want to stay grounded and everything, but why on earth get a job in a bar as well?
Just like I say, to stay grounded and just to remember that you're not, like I say, the most special thing on the planet. Because if you really are into modelling, I'm not 100% into modelling. That's my thing.
Right.
I am a model, but it's my job, but it's not my life. You know, I'm not every day. I'm like going through magazines and going, oh, you know, what's she wearing? And I'm not always following fashion and everything. I like to be my own brand. I don't follow someone else's brand. And I think working in a normal job as well helps you do that. You know, it keeps you a fresh aspect on stuff, especially when you go to castings and you talk to the casting directors and the people. Instead of sitting there and being like, ha, ha, you can have a conversation with them and you can talk about serious things and stuff. And I think that's what having another job, like at the moment I'm working with my mum in Easy Ads in Second Best Boutique.
Absolutely.
And working with my mum there is fun as well because it's also fashion, you know, and if the ladies need some tips or anything, then I can give them some fashion tips and help them style their outfits and stuff. So.
And you've got some great clothes down there, which you can
we've got some amazing stuff in there. Yeah, this is from her shop, I must say.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I've been going through her rails already.
So have you got your sights on another career then, after the modelling?
Yes, definitely. I would love to be a stylist. That's definitely one thing that's top on my... And I'd love to go from stylism to production managing. You know, like I showed you in the pictures before, that's production managing.
Right.
When you get the photographer, you get the setup, you get the clothes, you do the castings and everything. I would literally like to be the person in charge.
Right.
That's what I would like to aim for.
Yeah.
But you have to start from the bottom. And I know it sounds strange saying it, but modelling is the bottom. When you look at it, because it's very strange. If you do like I did a job with Vogue, for 90 euros. I'm the least paid person.
Yes.
I really am the least paid. If it's a campaign or something, then you're the most paid person. But when it comes to editorials and small jobs, you are the least paid person, without a doubt. The photographer might get 500 euros, you might get 100 euros. You know what I mean? So you have to start from the bottom and work your way up. And I've got a lot of contacts now in Madrid and Milan and all over Europe. So if I want to start doing something further up the ladder, then I could start doing it now if I'd like. And I will do. I'm sure I will do. I'm sure I'll be a production manager one day.
You obviously go to lots of castings.
Yes.
On an average, you know, if you go to 10 castings, how many jobs will you get?
One, maybe none.
Really?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you could get 3 jobs. It really just does depend, because you've got to remember there are millions of girls out there trying to get your job. And the thing is as well, that's starting to happen more now. You don't even have to be in the country to start getting jobs. You know, I'm not in Madrid at the moment, but I get jobs sent to me. I'm not in Milan at the moment, but I get jobs sent to me. So if you think that's happening, when you go to a casting, how many people that aren't even there are getting sent, you know, up for this casting as well? So you've got to, it's quite soul destroying it is quite soul destroying. I mean, especially when I was in China, it's very soul destroying there because I was used to not a lot of makeup, you know, dress very casual. That's how you go to your castings in Europe. There, you have to go blinged up. You have to have all the makeup done, all their hair done, and they really do like the younger girl. And I went to castings all the time, and it wasn't until after being a month there that I started to get work. I was there for 2 months, but for a whole month, going to castings and not working, it's just soul destroying. It really is.
The ultimate to appear in New York, I would think.
Yeah, I would like to go there. I had a job opportunity to go there, but I went to Milan instead.
Right.
Because I'm very much a home girl. I don't like to be too far away from home.
Oh.
Like I say, when I was in China, that was the worst for me. You know, that was the worst time to be away, that far away from my parents.
Yeah.
I am a mummy's girl and a daddy's girl, definitely.
Is it easy to have a relationship when you're a model?
No.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Yeah, I do have a boyfriend, yeah.
Is he rich and handsome?
No. Well, he's handsome, of course.
Yeah.
And he will be rich. He'll be a superstar DJ soon.
Oh, really?
I'm banking on it, yeah.
But is it difficult to maintain a relationship in that sort of industry?
It is difficult. If your partner's not understanding, luckily for me, my boyfriend Mark is very, very, very understanding of it. He understands that if you have to work away for 2 months, then you have to work away for 2 months. Because he knows that at the end of the day, it's worth it, you know. And he does the same thing. He works away on building sites and stuff, and he works away 2 months at a time and stuff. So, you know, we can sort of manage it that way. If he goes away for 2 months, then I'll go away for 2 months. And then we live together, you know, be a month together and stuff. So it's okay. It is okay.
So what's his day job?
He's does a bit of everything really. I mean, he's trying to be a DJ. He went to college and passed and everything, you know. But the thing is with Mark, he's very smart, you know, and he doesn't let it on, and he doesn't believe in himself enough, I don't think. Yeah. And I do have faith in him because he really does make some really good music, and he's very talented, he's very bright, and he's a very quick learner. So. But
you must have a lot of confidence in your relationship because you're away surrounded by all these gorgeous men, I would think. He must have a lot of confidence in your relationship.
Yeah, I mean, of course, every man is worried about those sort of things, but I'm good.
If you found the right man, then there's no reason
he's
to not
and he's
be.
Definitely the right man. He's definitely.
So could there be wedding bells?
Don't say that. I thought you said you weren't going to embarrass me.
Sorry.
But yeah, I hope so.
Really?
I freaked my dad out the other day with that. We were sat around after just finished working with Mum. And I said, if he asked me to marry him, I'd say yes. And my dad went, what? And he had a proper father moment. And he's like, no, you're too young, you know, giving me all the, you know, the chat and that. But I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah. Emma, I'm sure there's a lot of pressure on young ladies like you to maintain your looks, weight and everything like that. To what extent does an agency, you know, put this pressure on you?
I mean, it really does depend on the agency and the agent that you work with. I mean, I've worked with some horrors before. I mean, it really does depend on where you are as well. In Spain, they're not so fussed about the size 0 sort of thing. If you put a little bit of weight on, then they'll be like, darling, you've put a little bit of weight on. In Milan, they're very, very on top of it, especially your face. You know, you really have to be careful about spots and keeping your face very clear and really keeping care of your skin more than anything. They're not so fussed about body shape, you know, because at the end of the day, any body shape is beautiful. Yeah. You know, if you put a little bit on, then you become a plus-size model. There's not much, you know, in it. China is the worst.
Really?
The absolute worst. You're not allowed to go there unless you are a certain size. Once you get there, they give you pocket money, which is like they give you like an allowance every month, every week, you know, to spend every week while you're there. And if you go down, if you lose weight, they take money away from you. If you go up weight, they take money away from you. They measure you every week, they weigh you every week, everything. It's the whole kit and caboodle, and it's very frustrating. It is very, especially when I love my McDonald's. You know, I'm really not conscious about my weight. You know, I've never really thought about it. I eat what I like.
I would think that you're naturally thin, though.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think that you put on a lot of weight.
No, I am pretty lucky on that side of things. I take after my dad.
Yeah, but I'm sure you've seen around you girls going through all sorts of troubles.
Definitely. I mean, with my first agency here in Spain with Group, I had a friend, Yana, and we went to the agency together, and she's the same size as me. You know, exactly the same, skinny, beautiful, lovely girl. We literally walked into the agency, and within 2 seconds of being there, one of the bookers turned around and went, darling, you're fat, lose weight. Gee. And I just kind of lost it at him because the girl was 16 at the time, and I don't think it's fair to say to a girl who's 16 that, because it just scars her for life, and it has. Because now when I see her, she's so gaunt, you know, she's lost, she just lost far too much weight. And I did literally let rip at him at the agency, saying, I really don't think it's fair that you're telling someone who's 16 that they're fat like that. I mean, at least take her around, you know, to the back room and say, darling, we think you're putting on a little bit more weight. You know, here's a regimen. And they give you diet sheets and stuff. If you're, you know, struggling with your weight and stuff, they do send you to gyms with free membership and stuff. But you do have to be careful with it, but I also don't think you have to be too careful. No. You don't have to take it to extremes.
Your body is your job. It's you know, it's what earns you the money. So to what extent would you go to if they said to you, for example, you need a little bit of Botox? I don't know if that happens. I don't think they ever would promote changing yourself, plastic surgery or anything like that. It's always natural, you know. Obviously, maybe get your teeth whitened, fake nails, you know, extensions or whatever, stuff like that, you know, quite superficial stuff. But they would never say, you know, get your boobs done or, you know, get a nose job or, you know, or anything like that. They wouldn't push you into something like that. I don't think so. In my experience and what I know, it wouldn't be like that. Yeah. So you can enjoy a McDonald's every now and again?
Yes. I mean, at the end of the day, the way that you've got to think about it is if you're going to eat a lot of calories in the morning, you can't eat a lot of them at night. That's my only rule that I have, you know, eat something with a little bit of calories in the morning and then you can just gorge yourself on triple chocolate gatto at night, you know, as long as you're careful about what you eat.
And all models smoke?
All models smoke. Yeah. I have not met one that doesn't. If you go to a casting without a cigarette, honestly, you walk in there and you go, can I have a cigarette? And you've got 20 people that put one out for you. Every single one of them smoke.
And is that purely to keep weight down?
I think it's boredom more than anything.
Really?
I really do think it's boredom, and because you do have to wait a lot in jobs, and you take one picture, everything's done, and they have to take everything out and set it all up again, you know, new exposures on the cameras, blah, 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 blah. So you're sat there for a little while and you think, what should I do? I'll have a cigarette. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I am trying to quit, though, she says.
Emma, I could talk to you for ages, but I can feel the eyes of the director saying time is up. We wish you luck with everything that you do.
Thank you.
I'm sure you're going to be a huge success.
Thank you.
And if there are wedding bells, you know,
I've got a decent suit. We'll give you exclusive.
Yeah, absolutely. I know a very good wedding video company.
Yeah, okay, then we'll
sort it out
we'll let you know.
Right. Ema Busson, thank you.
Thank you ever so much.